Assalamualaikum, what's up my people, what's happening? Welcome to my channel. उम्मीद है कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप इसी तरह हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए। और आज हम आपके लिए एक स्पेशल वीडियो लेकर आए हैं जिसमें हम आपको बताएंगे कि आप अपने फ्यूचर को अपने हाथों में कैसे ले सकते हैं। दुनिया में आपने बहुत क्रिप्टो करेंसी के बारे में सुना होगा। आज हम आपको क्रिप्टो करेंसी की बेसिस बताएंगे, उसकी बेसिक चीज़ों पे कवर करेंगे, उसके प्लेटफॉर्म्स को कवर करेंगे, उसके एक्सचेंजेस को कवर करेंगे और ये क्रिप्टो करेंसी क्या चीज़ है, इसमें क्या क्या फैक्टर्स देखने होते हैं, इन सारी चीज़ों को आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे। आज हम बहुत ही ज़्यादा स्पेशल गेस्ट साथ लेकर आए हैं आपके लिए। आई कॉल हिम द क्रिप्टो किंग। लेट्स वेलकम एवरीबॉडी मिस्टर शयान।
What's up?
What's happening, baby? How you doing? How are you, bro?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
How's the business?
Business is good.
What do you think? How's the crypto going these days?
The market is doing very well. We're right at the point where we want to be, and we're expecting good price appreciation over the next several months.
So Shayan, we're gonna take all the insights from you today, right? We want our community, जो हमारे सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि उनको भी ये नॉलेज मिले और वो भी अच्छे तरीके से अपने फ्यूचर्स को बनाएं। तो हम जानना चाहेंगे आपसे कि when did you get into this cryptocurrency and Bitcoin?
So I first heard about Bitcoin back in 2016, which is actually relatively late than the earlier people, but it was early enough for me to take advantage of the lower market cap tokens. So we were actually mining Bitcoin at the beginning in 2016. And we were not profitable with that. It was a little bit too late to mine Bitcoin, but that is what got me interested into the ecosystem, and then eventually what got me interested in trading and investing in the cryptocurrency markets.
So to make it easier for general public to understand, what is Bitcoin? क्या है Bitcoin? लोग बहुत बातें करते हैं Bitcoin, but what is Bitcoin?
Right. So we can start with the basics of what are cryptocurrencies.
Right.
So cryptocurrencies is digital money that runs on what we call the blockchain.
Okay.
So you can think of the blockchain as a basic Excel spreadsheet, where all transactions are recorded from the beginning until the end. However, the main difference with the blockchain is that you cannot go back and change any of those transactions. So it eliminates any kind of scam, any kind of fraud. It's a verifiable transaction once it's been recorded on the blockchain. And actually, blockchain technology was around way before cryptocurrencies came around. So cryptocurrencies are actually the first use case that were found for the blockchain. Now, if you think about money, then we think about paper, we think about coins, we think about US dollars, we think about Pakistani rupees. And crypto is different in the sense that there is no government that is able to print millions and millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. So the inflation aspect is definitely not part of cryptocurrencies, and it's decentralized. So at the end of the day, the power is not with one entity, it's spread amongst the users of the blockchain and holders of that specific cryptocurrency. For example, when you need to transfer someone money, before cryptocurrencies were available, we would have to go to a bank. At the bank, we would have to answer 10 questions about who we are sending it to, why we are sending it, what is our source of income, and just so many questions where it really, for me, it's never a good feeling to be asked about how you want to spend your own money that you have earned, and that that is under your that is part of your assets. So the good thing about cryptocurrencies is that we are eliminating the banks from being the middleman. So for me, that is definitely one of the key points of initially investing in cryptocurrency, is that I wanted to have control of my wealth, of my assets, and I think it's something that everyone should learn in the future and with time.
बहुत से लोगों को जो है ना सिर्फ बिटकॉइन का पता है, बट बिटकॉइन के अलावा भी देयर इज अ लॉट अदर ऑल्ट कॉइन्स एंड करेंसीज जो लोग जिस पे नज़र नहीं देते. सो कैन यू ब्रीफ अस अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट what are the other altcoins, and how does this work, and what are they connected with, as in the blockchains when you're talking about? So सब लोग सिर्फ बिटकॉइन क्यों करते हैं? Why are people not talking about Ethereum or the other altcoins? So can you also brief a little bit कि altcoins क्या होते हैं और क्या क्या होते हैं, ताकि हमारे सब्सक्राइबर्स को पता चले कि क्या क्या चीज़ें और भी हैं देखने के लिए, सिर्फ बिटकॉइन ही नहीं है क्रिप्टो करेंसी के अंदर?
It's a great question. However, how about we start with breaking down what Bitcoin is first?
Yeah, sure, why not, please.
So, Bitcoin is the OG cryptocurrency. It is the one that started the whole meta around cryptocurrencies. It was developed in 2009 by an anonymous builder developer who goes by the alias of Satoshi Nakamoto.
Right.
So Satoshi Nakamoto is just his alias. Nobody knows who the person is behind the white paper that was published for Bitcoin in 2009. There are a lot of theories about who it could potentially be,
Right.
but he is the one that had the vision. And this started as just a group of people talking on internet forums about decentralized finance, and it developed into Bitcoin. And now, why is Bitcoin so special, right? So what makes it special relative to your fiat currencies worldwide is that it's a capped supply. So there can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin ever in circulation. Currently, we have a little bit more than 18.5 million in circulation. And every 4 years, there is a little bit of supply that is mined and brought into circulation. So we expect all of the 21 million tokens of Bitcoin to be in circulation by the year 2050, earlier than that. However, that is what gives it real value, right? Because it is so finite, and because the supply is capped, and now we have demand increasing worldwide, we can see that price will continue to appreciate along with that.
Right.
It is secure. It's tested. It has utility. For example, a lot of people compare Bitcoin to gold.
Right.
So where gold is difficult to transfer, is difficult to transport, is difficult to make payments in, Bitcoin solves all those problems. Bitcoin is transferred digitally. It's transferred from wallet to wallet with minimal transaction fees. And where gold is transported in days, weeks, or months, Bitcoin can be sent in under a minute.
True.
So, it's fast, it's secure, it's the people's money, and it's decentralized, and it is definitely the future for store of value.